Microsoft Flight Simulator X is a 2006 flight simulation computer game originally developed and published by Microsoft for Microsoft Windows. It is the sequel to Microsoft Flight Simulator 2004. It is the 10th and last installment of Microsoft Flight Simulator series. It includes a graphics engine upgrade, having been marketed by Microsoft as the most important technological milestone in the series to date. It is the first version in the Flight Simulator series to be released in October 2006 worldwide as a DVD-ROM. It is also the first version in the series to feature a new type of electronic distribution prevention using license keys, removing the need for the user to insert the game disc into their computer in order to run the software. In December 2012, over 6 years after its release, the FSX multiplayer matchmaking system over the GameSpy network was discontinued. On July 9, 2014, Dovetail Games, the developers of Railworks Train Simulator, announced that it has signed a licensing agreement with Microsoft and FSX would be released on Steam in late 2014. They also announced that they will be developing and producing new flight software. Overview: Flight Simulator X marks the 10th version of the popular line of flight simulators. It was officially released to the US market on October 17, 2006. According to Microsoft's website for the game, a standard edition features everything from navaids to GPS and airways. It also includes 18 planes, 28 detailed cities, and over 24,000 airports, with a deluxe version featuring 24 aircraft and 38 cities. Flight Simulator X was officially unveiled at the 2006 International Consumer Electronics Show as a gaming showcase for Microsoft Windows Vista and is now also compatible with Windows 7. Microsoft released screenshots as well as a list of frequently asked questions as a press release on Microsoft Flight Simulator Insider, and numerous flight simulator communities. This also included mission-based gameplay with mission-specific aircraft as well as an upgraded rendering engine capable of increased detail. Following the Electronic Entertainment Expo in May 2006, Microsoft published new screenshots, videos and an official trailer. The overall reaction by the community was quite positive, and the graphical quality of the simulator has greatly increased. Development, spin-offs. On January 22, 2009, it was reported that development team behind the product was being heavily affected by Microsoft's ongoing job cuts, with indications that the entire Flight Simulator team would be laid off. The news was later confirmed by Microsoft officials stating they were committed to the Flight Simulator franchise, with expectations to continue product releases in the series, but had nothing specific to announce at that time. On August 17, 2010, Microsoft announced Microsoft Flight, a new simulation game that boasts a further improved graphics engine, and enhanced simulation features. In April 2012, Flight was released on Steam. In August 2012, further development of Flight was cancelled by Microsoft. Features: Standard versus Deluxe Edition. Flight Simulator X was released in 3 editions: Standard, Deluxe, and later Gold. The Deluxe Edition incorporates additional features, including an on-disk software development kit, 3 airplanes with the Garmin G1000 flight deck, and the ability for the player to act as air traffic control for other online users with a radar screen. Microsoft Flight Simulator X Gold Edition combines the Deluxe Edition and the Acceleration Expansion Pack into one. New features: any player aircraft may be used with the call sign of any of these airlines. Missions and rewards: the inclusion of missions adds a new facet to the simulation, adding task-oriented goals, and encouraging users to fly worldwide, rather than just from their home field. Although a similar concept was available in previous versions, the new implementation of multipath and event-oriented situations substantially extends the potential for user interaction. Pilots earn rewards for completing various missions, and reaching specific accomplishments throughout the game. Some of the rewards exist as hidden Easter eggs to be discovered by pilots. Some missions have multiple and hidden rewards, receipt being dependent on performing additional actions. In each mission description, a map is included with it. It notes that they are for entertainment purposes. The maps and charts are supplied by Jeppesen. Learning Center. The Learning Center has been carried over from FS 2004, which introduces the user to the various features of FSX. This feature also contains aircraft information files that were, in earliest simulators, stored in Adobe Acrobat format. Flying lessons are also included, voiced over by real-life pilot and instructor Rod Machado. The user can fly a check ride at the end of the learning process. Completion of these various check rides certify the user with simulated pilot ratings. Artificial intelligence. Artificial intelligence aircraft are non-playable aircraft built only for scenery and ambience. They sometimes also play a key role in missions. 3 aircraft, the McDonnell Douglas MD-83, the Piper Cherokee and the de Havilland Dash 8 have been supplied as AI only by Microsoft. Demo versions. Flight Simulator X is notable for being the first product in Microsoft's Flight Simulator series to have a game demo, which contains a subset of features of the retail product and requires Windows XP Service Pack 2 or Windows Vista for installation. The first limited demo of Flight Simulator X was released to the public on August 9, 2006, and put up for download on the website. Even though playable, the August demo represented a beta release of the product, and had a number of bugs, some of which were recognized in the official installation's README file. On October 2, 2006, the demo was superseded by a newer release, which, while having fewer bugs, is almost identical to the first demo. The DHC-2 Beaver was removed in favor of a Learjet 45. Both the demos feature St. Martin, Netherlands Antilles and the surrounding area only, as opposed to the entire world. The main airport featured is Princess Juliana International Airport. Patches and expansions. Service Pack 1. Microsoft released the first Service Pack for Flight Simulator X on May 15, 2007 to address activation and installation issues, performance enhancements, including multi-threading of texture synthesis and autogen to provide modest performance improvements on multi-core computers, third-party add-on issues, content issues. Service Pack 2. Microsoft released another Service Pack for Flight Simulator X about the same time as its expansion pack. The update is primarily for Vista users that have DirectX 10 compatible graphics adapters. The DX10 version takes advantage of DX10's improved shader model and more pixel pipelines and increased performance for Vista, approaching overall FSX performance on XP. It also adds the capability for players who do not have the expansion pack to participate in multiplayer activities with users of the expansion pack, along with support for multi-core processors. FSX SP2 also fixes some more bugs over the original release of Flight Simulator X. SP1 is not compatible with SP2 or acceleration in multiplayer. People with SP1 cannot enter a session with players who have SP2 or acceleration in multiplayer. According to the documentation, users are required to install Service Pack 1 before installing Service Pack 2. Flight Simulator X, Acceleration. Microsoft released their first expansion pack for Flight Simulator in years, called Flight Simulator X, Acceleration, to the US market on October 23, 2007, rated EA Euro E10+ for mild violence, and released to the Australian market on November 1, 2007, rated G. Acceleration introduces new features, including multiplayer air racing, new missions, and 3 all-new aircraft, the FA-18A Hornet, EH-101 helicopter and the P-51D Mustang. In many product reviews, users complained of multiple bugs in the initial release of the pack. One of the bugs, that occurs only in the Standard Edition, is the Maule Air Orion aircraft used in the mission has missing gauges and other problems, as it is a deluxe version-only aircraft. The new scenery enhancements cover Berlin, Istanbul, Cape Canaveral and the Edwards Air Force Base, providing high accuracy both in the underlying photo texture and in the detail given to the 3D objects. Flight Simulator X, Acceleration can take advantage of Windows Vista, Windows 7, and DirectX 10 as well. The expansion pack includes code from both service packs, thus installing them is unnecessary. Reception. See also, History of Microsoft Flight Simulator, Microsoft Flight, Flight Simulator, Computer simulation, list of games for Windows titles, references. External links, Flight Simulator XA Euro official site, Flight Simulator XA Euro Microsoft, Flight Simulator XA Euro demo, Microsoft Flight Simulator X at DMOZ.